Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another Beach Connection session. Today we are working with our basic needs team to talk about our basic needs department and how we can support your student here at CSU Long Beach in their time. My name is Nina Luxon. I am the head of parent and family programs here at CSU Long Beach, and I am all things communication for parents and families. So you'll be seeing a lot of me throughout the process, and I'm sure you already have by hearing about these Beach Connection sessions. And we also have Drew. Drew, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Hi, y'all. My name's Andrew. I am the graduate assistant for new student and family programs. If you've already gone to our parent and family orientations, there's a chance that you might have seen me already. So if that's the case, then it's nice to see you all again.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and introduce our basic needs representative here from the basic needs department. And throughout the presentation today, if anybody has any questions that they would like to ask for, whether it be for orientation, parent and family orientation, or basic needs oriented, you can feel free to drop those in the chat. We will have an eye on the chat so that we can answer all of your questions appropriately. And I think we're good to go ahead and get started. Hannah, would you like to take it away?
Awesome. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Andrew. My name is Hannah. I am one of the case managers for the Basic Needs Program. I should say one of two case managers for the Basic Needs Program. What that essentially means is that for the most part, when a student applies to Basic Needs, I am the one that they will talk to. I am the one that they will meet with for most of our services. But let's get right in and jump into this meeting. And I will say too, although I know they mentioned that you can leave your questions in the chat, please feel free to, do like the raise hand or just you can ask during the presentation any questions as well. So that's totally fine too. So I'm gonna share my screen and let's get started. Okay. Oh man, can y'all still see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, great. Because I could only see the presentation.
Yes, we can
Yeah.
see you and we can see your presentation screen.
Amazing. Okay. So again, I am Hannah. I am from the Basic Needs Program, and we are going to jump into all of our services and the support that we provide students. So this is a question we typically ask students, so we'll go ahead and skip it. But I guess we can start off with this. So what is your definition of basic needs? Would anyone like to answer? And then Drew and Nina, if you guys can let me know if there's any hands raised, just because I can't see y'all.
I'm interested, this is Arlene. I'm interested to know what a basic need would be as well. It's been quite a long time since I've been in college, so I'm sure it's different.
Okay. Well, thank you, Arlene. So we can just jump right in. So, so basic needs are essentially any resource necessary for people to achieve and maintain their well-being. So this is access to healthy food, shelter, clean drinking water, sanitation, education, healthcare, public transportation, and mental well-being resources.
Hannah, I'm so sorry to jump in here. I don't see the presentation being displayed. It just looks like it's on the presentation screen, not that it's being cycled through the presentation. So you might want to go up to slideshow and hit begin the presentation.
Oh, okay. Let me see. So I guess that's the one I was on.
You have to actually click slideshow between animations and record.
Yes.
Right.
So up
here.
Up between animations and record.
I told you I wasn't good.
You're fine. Go ahead and go up. It's up on the top part where it says file, home, insert, design, transitions. You'll go to slideshow.
Oh, sorry.
No,
got it.
Yes, and then
There
from
you
you could
go.
do from beginning or from current slide.
I love that everyone's just participating in this
We are a
presentation.
family.
Group effort. That's what I like. I like group effort. Okay, now is it changing?
Not yet.
Nope, not on my end.
Interesting. Okay. It's not changing for anybody else?
No.
Oh no. Okay. Let me try. I'm gonna try to do something else.
Okay. Hey, Drew, do you think that we could maybe pause the recording just for a second? Thank you.
Guys, y'all.
You're totally fine. Thank you so much.
All right, so we were here. This is kind of like the list that I read off. Access to basic needs are any resources that are necessary for people to achieve and maintain their well-being. Again, access to healthy food, shelter, clean drinking water, sanitation, education, healthcare, public transportation, and mental well-being. So here are just some stats from the CSU and Cal State Long Beach. So 1 in 5 Cal State Long Beach students experience food insecurity. So 42% of all CSU students experience food insecurity. 1 in 10 of Cal State Long Beach students experience housing displacement during their time here. And 12.5% of Cal State Long Beach students experience housing insecurity during their time here. So what is the Basic Needs Department? So the Basic Needs Department, we essentially provide support to students who are going through a crisis or an emergency in regard to their basic needs, such as housing, such as food, and such as transportation, among other things. We provide services and resources to remove barriers and empower students to persist and thrive in their educational journey toward academic success. So what do we offer? We offer housing assistance, we offer financial assistance, we offer meal assistance and case management. So we'll start off with the housing assistance. So one of the resources that we have here on campus is we have what we call short-term emergency housing. And that's for students who have been recently displaced. We are able to house them here at the dorms for about 21 days on campus. We also have what we call rapid rehousing, where we have actually, oh my gosh, we have partnered with 2, not 1. It used to be 1, but now we have 2 partners within the community that offer housing support to students who are in need of housing. So that could be looking for housing, that could be actual housing. So we have 2 very different housing partners that provide 2 very different types of housing support for students. So some students need more specific help in like being somewhere that's maybe closer to school. Maybe they want to live with roommates. And then we have another resource that helps students find, pretty much just helps them find housing. And they will also support with deposit support and paying for like first month's rent. So those 2 partnerships have been really awesome. We're very grateful for them. Next is financial assistance. So we have an emergency grant and we have what's called a LEADS medical grant. So our emergency grant is for students who are experiencing an unforeseen situation, such as a car accident or family death. Typically, students would have to have exhausted all of their financial aid. So typically, students will come to us when they pretty much have nowhere else to go. The case managers will assess the student, assess the situation, and we will try our best to make sure we provide the student with that financial support through our emergency grant. We have a very separate grant that's just for medical expenses. So any medical cost, any unexpected medical expenses, emergency care, we have a separate grant that's able to provide student support for that as well. Any questions so far? Great. Meal assistance. Meal assistance is one of probably my favorite resources that we provide. So the first one is we have an emergency meal program, which essentially we are able to provide students meals that they can access at the residential dorms. So we're able to provide meal swipes to students so that when they are on campus, they're able to walk over to the dorms and they're able to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on how long the student is here. If the student experiences food insecurity for a long period of time, let's say that they're waiting for some money that's coming in, or they're waiting to hear back from CalFresh, we will help the student with meals until they kind of get back on their feet. We also have a supplemental grocery assistance program, which is super great. So this assistance is for students that qualify for CalFresh, but are not eligible due to citizen status. So that program is super great. It's still a new program, but it essentially mimics CalFresh, and I will discuss CalFresh in a little bit. So you'll get more details on that soon. So how do you apply to basic needs? So for all of the services that I've discussed so far, it's just one general application. So you will submit your application, you will provide documents. If whatever you're requesting requires documents, you'll provide those documents. And then typically a case manager will reach out to you in about 1 to 3 business days. And that's the QR code if you're interested in looking more into our application or our services. But I also have more of that info at the end. So other programs in our department. So ASI Beach Pantry is now the Lauren Chalmers Beach Pantry. So this is free to all Cal State Long Beach students. Students, all they need to do is check in with their student ID. They can visit the pantry 3 times a week. Every time they visit, they're allowed 5 items each visit. And what that means is that it doesn't necessarily mean like just 5 small items. Sometimes, for example, we've had vendors provide like 100 bags of a certain, fruit, or 100 boxes of this. That one box and whatever's in that box is considered one item. So students have access to that, again, 3 times a week, and are allowed 5 items. And if I'm not mistaken, I think fruits and veggies, I don't think that they're limited on that. I don't think that counts in the 5 items. Okay. So here is our CalFresh program. So CalFresh program is actually a government-funded food assistance program for lower income individuals and families. It provides monthly money for groceries on an EBT card, which is that card on the right-hand side. It can be used at most major grocery stores such as Bonds, Ralph's, Target, and farmers markets. And individuals can get up to $281 a month. I think it's $291 a month now, if I'm not mistaken. So what Basic Needs done is we actually have a whole CalFresh team here on campus that can provide support for students who want to sign up. So if your student is going to move into the dorms, or live on their own, or live with roommates, then they could apply for CalFresh, or they could come to us. We can first make sure that they're eligible, and then they would be provided support in applying for CalFresh step by step. It is a lengthy process, so I always encourage students to reach out to the CalFresh team so they can help them apply, because doing the county application can sometimes be a bit difficult. We also have a CalFresh outreach team. So again, this team, they provide support to students who first want to see if they're eligible, help with the application, help make sure that the documents are great and ready for submission. They help with interview preparation. So one thing for CalFresh is that there is an interview process, and so they're able to get support in prepping for that interview. They're also able to provide any on and off campus referrals. And then for CalFresh, there is a 6-month and a 1-year recertification, and the CalFresh team also helps with that. We also have, within Basic Needs, we have what we call Basic Needs peer ambassadors. And these are other students that are hired through Basic Needs that provide support to students who are maybe looking for other resources on campus, food resources, housing resources, financial assistance. So we can connect them to a Basic Needs peer ambassador who can also help them navigate those worlds. The peer ambassadors are new to our program, but they are super great. They're awesome, and they have been such a great help to our students. So we love our Basic Needs peer ambassadors. So CalFresh Healthy Living. So CalFresh Healthy Living they are a program that works with CalFresh, and they essentially they host cooking classes. They teach basic cooking skills like knife skills, meal prepping, and then they encourage healthy ways to utilize your CalFresh benefits. So they know all the tips and tricks to make your CalFresh benefits last a very long time. Then we have Beach Bites and the Roommate Channel. So this is actually through the Cal State Long Beach app. So if you don't have the CSULB app, encourage you to get it. And through there, we have what we call Beach Bites and Roommate Channel. So what happens is a lot of times on campus, we have a lot of fun events where they provide food for staff or students. And so what happens is that a lot of time at these events, there's food that's left over, whether that's pizza, pasta, coffee, hot chocolate, cookies, all of the things. And so what we do at Basic Needs is they'll notify us, hey, we have all of this leftover pasta, we have all this leftover pizza. Can you put out a ping for Beach Bites? And what happens is that any student who signed up will get a ping, a notification ping, notifying them that, hey, there's food at the USU, or there's, pizza at Brotman Hall, first come, first serve. So that's really cool, because those pings go out almost every single day. And so students it's all free. They can get as much as they want. Super cool, super fun. We also have the Roommate Channel. So if students can post either that they're interested in finding a roommate, or just needing a place or needing roommates themselves. So we do have the Roommate Channel as well. And again, all of this can be found on the CSULB app. Oh, that was fast. Okay. So stay in touch with us. So the top QR code is our Basic Needs application. And then the bottom QR code is for any CalFresh appointments. So if you want to see if you're eligible for CalFresh, use that green QR code. If you want to know any basic information about Basic Needs in general, our services, or want to apply for any off-campus resources, you can do that as well. I'm gonna exit this right now so that you can see me. I think this one. Oh, this one. Great. So the other thing I would like to mention is that For a couple of our services, a couple of our resources, those are for current students. So things like our emergency grant or our meal plans, because the student has to be currently enrolled, we are not able to provide students emergency grants or something like meal assistance if they're not currently enrolled. So that's right now, we're providing those services to students who are attending summer school. So students who are gonna come starting the fall, I let them know that they're able to access basic needs resources their first day of the fall semester. Now, what we are able to provide is off-campus resources. So if a student does need resources, we can definitely send them and connect them to off-campus resources if they need to. So we would never discourage anybody to apply just because we have a lot of different off-campus resources and connection to some of those. So we're always happy to provide those to our students. But I think that's it for me. Here for all and any questions. You are welcome.
Awesome. We could probably sit and marinate for like another minute, and then if nobody has any questions, could you put the contact stuff back up just in case folks that are watching the video later would like to know how to contact you?
Yeah. I wonder would it be helpful if I put that info in the chat?
You could, but I don't think that the folks on the YouTube have access to the chat, so you
Oh.
may want to show the screen just to keep it up for just a second so that folks can take down the information if they need it.
Got it. I forgot about the YouTube thing.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, this is good. Oh, there it goes.
technology, I'm telling you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Hannah. And thank you so much to the Basic Needs team for the services that they provide for our students to make sure that they are all well taken care of during their time here. As Hannah said, if you have any questions, anybody that is watching the video, whether you're here with us right now or you're watching the video on the YouTube page, you could always reach out to the Basic Needs office, as Hannah said, and the contact information is listed on the screen. And if you have any other questions about parent and family engagement, about orientation, about anything that your student needs to establish themselves as a student here at CSU Long Beach, feel free to email our team. That's pfo@csulb.edu. PFO stands for Parent and Family Orientation, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have or guide you to somebody who can. But otherwise, if Hannah, do you have anything else that you would like to note before we depart?
No, and then y'all are always welcome to either call, email our office for literally any questions. We are open throughout the whole year. Basic Needs office is only closed when campus is closed, so we are not closed during the summer. We stay open year round, so please feel free to contact us if you have any questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a pleasure having you. And we look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.